Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Today we'll be talking about the my thoughts on this Netflix episodes. It's like episodes all the way to 8 of how to get rich, and basically it deals with the person who goes to visit these couples or not so couples named Raheem and no, not Raheem. Ramid. Ramid goes to these people and deal with their and basically deals with the financial situation and stuff, but also how to maintain. But he teaches them how to become rich and be able to live that lifestyle. So I took notes on my notebook when I first watched it. I watched it April 30th, and I finished it May. I finished the rest of the three episodes May 1st, which is yesterday. Today's May 2nd, and yeah, I just want to talk about the video. So the first thing I noticed about the episode 1 is it talks about design your rich life. So basically, just design it basically what you want. So basically, like what you want to do for your rich life. That's what I noticed. And so you met, and I paid attention to that, and I didn't realize. But do you guys remember the other day when I had, not the other day, think a few months back, I had post on YouTube the looking back on why the way I spend money the way I do today. Remember when I post that video? Disconnect. I found that it connects to something different. It was something much bigger and different. So the thing I caught on to is money psychology. So he explained that it's the way you grew up with money, the invisibility scripts that you absorb. One, you understand your money psychology, you can master it and you can change it. Quote. That's why I put in I put it both in I put that in quotes, because I feel like money psychology and the video I have posted is the main reason why I spend the way I spend, and not, even though I'm good at budgeting, I spend the way I spend due to growing up having to deal with paying bills on time, making sure everything's on the table beforehand, making sure there's money left over if I wanted something or be able to buy something, making sure, try not to spend it, because once you spend it, it's all gone and you don't have nothing else, and you can't depend on your parents, family members. Even though it was a tough time and your parents try to get your family member to do something for you, they pretend they forget and then be like, oh, they'll get you next time, hoping you will forget that pain and suffering that you missed out on because of them, even though your parents was working hard to do their best to pull through. Even if your parents did pull through, they were able to get what they could, and you still had it. You couldn't complain. You had to appreciate it and understand that this is what it is because of tough times. And I mentioned that in my video, what happened while I was growing up, and that deals with money psychology in my perspective. I don't know how it deals with you guys' perspective, but watch that Netflix How to Get Rich, and Ramid will explain what that is and stuff, and then pay attention to it. Since I began to understand when I watched that episode 1 and I began to understand what was going on, it clicked in my head why I do what I do. And now, once I finish college, I'm gonna use these tips. I'm going to be in Zor. I'm also gonna get his book too, just to read it, and then because I think it's more detail in the book than what he explained in the video. Well, he explained from the beginning of how to deal with it. However, I think it's more in that book. It's on Amazon. Check it out. It just said, just type in "I will teach you how to be rich" and it'll pop up on Amazon. Check it out. This is not sponsored, but check out Amazon if you have an account and type it up. Get the book and read it, and watch the Netflix video episodes too. But yeah, he said in that quote, like I said, once you understand your money psychology, you can master it and you can change it. that made me realize what I needed to do. And I'm one day, and hopefully, like I said, when I finish college, I'm gonna get started right on this right away and make sure understand how I'm supposed to change it. And I'm gonna make sure I change it because that's the big part of being an adult. And if you want, and especially one if you want to live that rich lifestyle, because I know there's every one young adult who wants to become a millionaire, a million year. Million Just become rich. I'm trying to say it, but I can't say it right now. But it's not letting me. My mouth. I don't know. But there's always that one person that want to become that rich person and be able to provide for themselves and their families and not have to worry about anything. But this comes into play of how you're supposed to deal with your rich life before you even make it to that next step. Okay, episode 2 taught me he before I go to episode 2, but episode 1 also taught the people in there how to create a plan for themselves of what they need to get done as a financial situation and do better and become and live that rich lifestyle. So I saw helped them get them ideas to create a plan, and he did that, and it was like awesome. I understand, but this watch it. This, the saying, watch the episode, watch Netflix. So episode 2, he went to meet this other person, but it was a young entrepreneur. She was like in her 20s, and she had bought this house, not house, condo, and she wanted it because it made her happy, and she was living her rich life of what she wanted to do. I want to do that same thing. I want to live that rich lifestyle too one day. But she came over some obstacles that was tough for her, and so on and so forth. However, Ramid helped her out, and but before that, he gave us some tips after the end of after the end, almost to the end. He says rent a house. So basically, instead of just buying a house fully, rent it. Um, and the quotes, and I quote, he said, "Never feel bad for renting." So people who always judge other people for renting a house and stuff, don't feel bad because don't feel bad because this is what the rich does probably. Who knows? I don't know about the rich, how the rich live, but this is probably how the rich people live, and they probably rent because they know it's too expensive. They buy the whole thing plus the mortgage that adds on, which make them lose money by being out of their pockets. So basically, I feel like Ramir was trying to recommend like just save up enough to be able to do that and buy a house, in my opinion, because right now it's expensive. So if I were you guys, for my future self, I'm planning on renting a house and just doing it like that. Just because I feel like you're saving more money in your pocket. It's not a hassle. You don't really have to buy it, and you're still living that rich life. So yeah. And another thing, quote that he said: "Never feel bad for making any unconditional decisions with your money." So from what I got from that is like, if you want to, like, let's say you want to splurge your money on buying stuff to spoil yourself, I feel like that will be a part of unconditional decisions because we want this, we want that, we gotta have this, we gotta have that. I feel like that will be filling the category of what our needs, no, what our wants are, and then our what our needs is like. What I want to add to that for this unconditional decision is like, if we need clothes really bad and we keep using our old clothes knowing they look like rags now, don't make don't just do it. Just buy the clothes, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't feel bad on the way you spend your money. You should be careful of how you spend it and try to save, but you don't really have to save. You just reinvest it or something like that, but still Don't feel bad about the decision that you made on spending your money, because at the end of the day, it's your money, no one else's. But still pay those taxes. Please, but still pay those taxes. That's what I was trying to say. Pay those taxes, because at the end of the day, they don't play. Still pay those though. Every once a year. Um, and before, and he quote at the end, because it's your part of your rich life. Quote, because it's part of your rich life. So basically, it's a part of your idea of you being rich and being able to spend what you want to spend, do what you want to do, spend your needs and wants, and still maintain that rich life. And then from every episode, he always asks this question that I focus on. He said, "What is your rich life?" So I think everyone should write this. After you watch the episode, I think you guys should write that down. What is your rich life? And just put bullet points of what you want to do, or what is your idea of your rich life, and create that as your own. But I switched the question around because I feel like he was asking the people that he was interviewing, and I just switched it to mine. I said, "What is my rich life?" And I put a question mark, and I just like I filled it out on the next page, but I'm not going to go into detail about that because that's my secret only. But I feel like that's important for people who want to become those rich people one day, or be the first generational rich person. So yeah, I think people should write that down just to figure out what they want to be at in the next couple of years, or right now, before the next couple of years hit, and continue on that way. Um, that's there's other things he talked about, but I feel like it's oh, he talked about other things on here, but I feel like it's irrelevant. But I think you guys should watch it for yourselves. The Netflix, but he did say for episode 3, and it was a question. He said, "Are you ready to buy a house?" So this deals with buying a house. People who want to buy a house straightforward, out of pocket, out of cash, and just what to know, out of pocket and out of cash are the same thing, but want to buy a house instead of renting it. He said, "Quote, your total house." He said, Your quote, your total." Okay, quote. Sorry, because I keep stopping. Your housing cost is less than 28% of your gross income. So I guess when you get ready to buy a house, it should be like 28% less of your gross income, of whatever you make for your job. I believe I could be wrong on the situation. Don't quote me on this because I'm not a lawyer or anything, but that's what I'm thinking. And then the next one is like, you got the. He said, and it's like, do you have, quote, do you have 20% for a down payment? So basically, however how much you save up for to buy that house, it should be 20% of that payment, down payment, that you're gonna put on that house. And then, quote, will you live there for at least 10 years? So depending if you buy a house, these are the rules that you must follow for yourself, especially when buying a house. And I guess he's saying, like, I guess in his opinion, you got to live there at least 10 years before you plan on moving. Because I feel like, in my opinion, that if you live there at least 10 years, you build up enough money to be able to move out and buy your own house. He also mentioned in videos, like, even if you do just want to move, he said it's best not to move and just stay in a house that you're in now, since it's affordable, and just save up enough money, then get ready to move out. I saw that in a video in one of the episodes that he mentioned that to a lady, and I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. He was like, just stay in this house. What if you live with your parents or you have your own house that's affordable? Stay in it and then build up over time and then move out. So I guess that's what that 10 years. That's what that lease. That's what he said. Will you live there for at least 10 years come to play? Because I feel like since like house is going, like house income and stuff are going up, he recommend that you just start living in a house or wherever you, whoever you live with, parents, whatever, and live there with them, and just stack up enough money to move out and buy your own house and feel ready. So that's another thing he mentioned. For the last episodes, I found out what credit cards do. I had credit cards, so I found out what they do. Um, Basically, for credit card perks, anyone who's ever taken, whoever has perks for their credit card and are taking advantage of them, props to you. Props to you for taking advantage of your perks. But to anyone who doesn't know about perks, I didn't know this. Quote: if you buy a laptop accidentally and spill it on coffee, they will write you a check. I did not realize that. And he said the same thing for if you buy something on a credit card and you lose it. They would. He said they will also write you a check. And he said always take advantage of these perks because they're free to use, and use them to your advantage. So anyone who has credit card perks right now, use them. To anyone who's already using their credit card perks, congratulations. You know how to, you knew from the get-go what you were going to use them for, and you did a good job. To anyone else out there who doesn't know how to use them, use them. If I ever get credit card perks one day, I'm going to take advantage of them and I'm going to use them. Another thing that was added into the episodes for episode 5, by the way, he said make a plan of how you spend your money. Keep that in mind of how you gonna plan to spend your money. And I never thought about it that way, but I think I'm actually gonna take this advice of how I should plan to spend my money. Like if I want to go on vacation or something like that, plan it. And another one was like make a plan that fits your life. So anything that fits in your life or what you want to spend or what you're doing as your regular everyday activity while running your own business or something like that, make sure it fits into that lifestyle plan that you're making of yourself. I feel like that's important, and I'm glad he mentioned that, because if he didn't, I would never understand it. And the next one is a bulletin, and it says all these two of these are bulletins, and one more is a bulletin, so it's all three. Another one, he said, make decisions to become a millionaire. Finally, I said it. Finally, I said it right. But yeah, so basically, when he said that at the end, I feel like these are the type of day in the life routines that millionaires do in their daily lifetime. He just helped us out. Someone please. This is not a promotion from Netflix. This is not a promotion from Amazon. But please, someone go watch that video right now of how to get rich on Netflix, and someone go get that book of I Will Teach You How to Be Rich. I'm actually gonna get that book. I have to get that book. But please go get that, because he just gave us details right there what the millionaires do in their daily routine every day. And that's how they stay rich. He just helped the generation. He helped the older generation that's here, that's on this earth with us, and he just helped the next generation of how to be rich. He just helped us right there, because he was helping. Even though he was on that TV show to help other people, he helped us at the same time while we watch his episodes. To anyone who's already watching it or haven't heard of it, check it out. But if you have, I hope you guys took these notes down, because that is amazing for me. I realize what I'm going to be learning and be doing for the next couple of years to live that rich lifestyle. Okay, moving on. Episode 6. Basically, this was a this is for another couple that he was talking to, but I'm taking these. I'm even though he was talking to that person, I'm taking these in as something to focus on in the near future for all people. It's he said important important thing the important thing of having a rich life is when creating a rich life, you got to be honest. Be honest with yourself and be honest with the people around you. So this is for like I feel like this is for like significant others who are in a relationship should follow this, or a person that's planning on getting a relationship should follow this. But yeah, because in each every episode, it was hard for people to accept the fact that their spending habits weren't that bad, or they had trouble. Also, important part of discussing money with their couples and significant others, because it was just a difficult situation, because every time they talk about money, it's like I saw in every episode that they'll get upset, put each other down, and I feel like in a nearby future, and I get into a relationship one day, I should also have that same partner who feels comfortable talking about money and understanding what they need to work together to understand where we having trouble at and build it. Even though it's their money, at the end of the day, I feel like that should be something that always discuss with your partner regardless. And I feel like that's understood. And this fit episode 6 fit in that category of the important thing of having a rich life. When creating a rich life, you got to be honest with yourself, and honest with other people around you. So that means where your significant other, your friends, your family, your parents, whoever is around you. Maybe your dog and cats, your fishes, your hamsters, your guinea pigs, whatever. Even the cows that you do on a farm with, probably. I'm just saying, like, those animals you're also honest with, because you have to pay the bills for to take care of them too. If you gotta talk to them about it and they may not understand, but they bark and meow and all the other stuff, they understand. So be honest with them, but mainly be honest with your significant others or whoever you're involved with. Even if you're still living with your family, be honest with them and saying it's a hard, tough situation. But that's what I learned from that, and I'm gonna take that into opinions and advice. Not opinions. I don't know why I keep saying opinions, but I'm gonna take this into advice in the nearby future one day. Um, episode 7. I took some notes, and I didn't realize this, but I think everyone like that's in college or whatever stage you are at in life. Cause I know everybody's in different stages. So whatever stage in life you are at, take this advice. Pay your bills that are small, because those are the ones that are easy to knock out the way. So whatever small bills you have that you have to pay off, pay them, knock them out the way. Next, focus on the bigger bills, like to be like debt free, but also live that rich life you dream of. So let's say you have a debt of a credit card bill or whatever, or school loans or whatever, and you got to pay that off. Pay it off. This is the first step to take control of your money. He said, "Quote." Also, I should also say these all of these are quotes. I keep forgetting to say quotes, but these are all quotes. These are not my advice, but this is what I learned. And from the Netflix show, Ramid told his clients each time. Well, his other client for episode 7. However, and also, like I said, also this is the first step of taking control of your money and not letting the money control you. Or I feel like this is a great example. I feel like control the money that you make, you control it. Don't let the money control you. So basically, if you have like debts on top of debts on top of debts, and you're not paying for them, eventually it's gonna catch up, and they're gonna, and somehow the system is gonna be like, oh, we can start taking this from this person because this person is not paying us, so we might as well just take it. So like, let's say no one doesn't pay taxes and they keep the money. Taxes can come from you. Taxes. I'm seriously saying this. Taxes can just come from you and start taking money out of your paycheck if you don't pay it, or take something important from you that you are paying and just take it by law. So that would be a great example to do. Is like, don't control the money. Don't let the money control you, and focus on the best way. Disclaimer: I am not a lawyer, but these are the things I learned from that Netflix episode, How to Get Rich, from Ramid. Ramid, and he taught me those things and how to do it. He even taught other people about those things, and I am glad he taught his clients, and he taught me while watching the video of what to do. Like I said, I am gonna get his book. It's on Amazon. Disclaimer: this is not a promotion from Amazon, or this is not a promotion from Netflix. I'm just talking about the episode because this is what I learned. I'm glad I was able to share this with you guys. I hope this knowledge is able to help you guys and your next journey or future, or whatever you plan on doing. Still watch the Netflix and take notes on your own, because you might learn something different from what I learned, or might catch things that I didn't catch. Still watch the Netflix series. I hope he comes out with a season 2 or more. Not just season 2, but more seasons of people that he try to help like that, because that is awesome. I feel like by him creating more episodes of that, or more seasons, I will be able to learn from other people's mistakes, as well learn as my own as I get older and develop, but also be able to take notes to look back and be like, hey, prepare for this and don't make that mistake. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I hope this video helped. I'll be posting my social medias once I edit this video and add it into YouTube. Check out my YouTube at The Real Jerica. And yeah, hope this video helps. Don't forget to like, and hopefully I'll be doing more Netflix of what I learned from episodes like that again. I hope we find another episode like that, or if you recommend any Netflix you want me to watch that's besides like dealing with financial information or learning about how to be rich or something like that, let me know and I'll watch it. I was thinking about doing a review of Cyberpunk, but I might do it because it's just like it is not learning lessons, but it's just like my reaction or what I think about it. Yeah. So stay tuned for this video to be posted, and bye.